Yeah.
I'm gonna scare you the rest of the time. Oh my gosh! So,
bro, your laugh gets me every time.
which one?
Like the witch laugh, the laugh you're doing right now.
Dude, I told you I'm having the giggles. I didn't think I was because we started off very serious.
Yeah.
We're talking about tornadoes and scared and stuff, and now we're talking about psycho kid. No, it's cool.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's just find you. So, like, all right, so I don't want to start weird because it always seems like I feel like I start weird because I'm trying to do an introduction to people that aren't here. The whole purpose of this is to talk, for us to talk.
Yeah.
So, like, me and Ashton, we had a chance to talk, and that's what I was telling y'all today in class is that it's just, y'all have your own stuff going on. We have our own stuff going on. I wish that there was more time in school that we just could just get to know y'all and, like, talk about stuff without having everybody around judging or looking or saying something or interrupting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anyways, this is Tayden. Tayden is an amazing student. I just met you. I met you, I think the same time I met Ashton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was, dude, I don't even want to know. I tried to figure it out with him. So was it over the summer or was it the end of 6th grade year or was it just at the very beginning of 7th grade year?
It's either like, I want to say like over like the summer camp or
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The summer camp. See, I couldn't remember it. So it was like in the middle of summer or something?
Yeah, it might have because I remember like when we were doing like 2 truths or like 1 lie or whatever it was. I remember going into your room and like seeing you and like all your like Funko Pops are like spread out on the table and everything.
Oh, because I didn't have them set up yet. Because I remember like, and that was my thing is that whenever the school year ended last year, I pack up all my stuff. And it's just so that way in case they need to move stuff around and wax the floor, they're not going to knock over all my Funko Pops, right?
Yeah.
So I put them all up and then I told myself over the summer, I'm not going to work. Like I said, I'm not going to work. I'm going to do like wind up being the podcast and wind up spending time with the family and really getting to know myself and them. But I told myself I'm not going to work. So then whenever it came back to get ready to come back to school, I used to stay, and a lot of teachers do, like the week before school, stay till like 9 o'clock at night, setting their rooms up and stuff. You know what I mean? They like that's a common thing. Like it probably, I mean, maybe not so much in some schools, but that's a common thing. I used to do that. Right. Mm-hmm. But then this time I was like, no, I'm good. As long as I got it set up whenever y'all get there. That was my thing. And I don't even think I was perfectly like how I wanted the room, but at least I know that it was for y'all to be able to enjoy your first day. You know what I mean? So tell me, so like when you came up to camp, like now that you kind of brought that up, like how was that? Like what was that experience like coming from a 6th grader on a different campus, the intermediate campus, where you're the oldest grade on that campus, everyone else is younger and less mature and stuff like that. How was that coming over and seeing the junior high?
Well, it was like it was very new to me because the junior high, it's not like I'm not used to that place because at the intermediate I've been there for like 4 years. I want to say 4 or 3 years, and like that was a place I was very used to. And like once I went to the junior high, I was like, oh boy, we got a whole auditorium and like. We didn't even have an auditorium back in the intermediate, so it was like very new to me. But like now that I'm like actually getting used to the place, it's very cool. So,
and I'm with you, but like the teachers we talk and stuff like that every year, like the first few weeks, we'll start talking about y'all and like how y'all must be experiencing it, the changes and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I think the biggest thing that me and Miss Rodriguez said was like it's y'all's first chance at like more freedom in the school, where the passing period is you just walk to your next class or however you get there. You don't have to walk in a line. You know what I mean? And it's just a lot more of that freedom. Yeah,
that's another thing I found like new to me because like I said, I've been there for 4 or 3 years. And I've been used to like going with my classmates. In 6th grade, we didn't go with our classmates, but we still went in the line to go to certain classes together.
Yeah.
So, but like this time, like it's none of that. Like we just have to go to. We just have to.
It gets scary sometimes.
Yeah.
Like today with the music, don't get me wrong. You know, I love the music and all that and everybody dancing and stuff. But man, it's a tight hallway right there. And then all those people, and I can see y'all. Y'all are just like, can y'all move? Dude, I feel so, and like sometimes I just kind of have to put my head, y'all see me do it.
Yeah.
I'll put my hands in, like over my eyes because it's like it's like 100 kids and y'all have to fit through an 8-foot section. And I'm right there and y'all are just like walking right here. And I'm like, please don't hurt me.
Yeah. Hold on.
No, you're good. So like, man, it's I know what it's like for me because like to have a whole bunch of people like around me and stuff like that, I don't do well with that. But like I can't even imagine how it is for y'all because y'all aren't an adult. You're just out there and it's like all these same people bigger or the same age or older and they're just all like running into people. Like there's really not very much organization, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How is it like what's the toughest part of like the passing period? So like I know that it's short 3 minutes, like restroom and all that kind of stuff. What's the toughest part of like that 3-minute passing period?
Like when people are crowding in the hallways, like I can barely like move or anything. Cause like there'll be like this side of the hallway, this side, they're all just bunched up. I'm like, guys, move out the way. I'm trying to get to class. And then like the other part I hate is when I'm trying to go to the restroom. And like I hate the restroom like in the social studies place over there. I hate that restroom because like the boys are just
they tear it up.
Yeah, like they tear it up. It stinks every time. It stinks.
I'm with you.
Every time I'm just trying to do my business, just have a good time.
Yes.
Trying to get to my class. All I hear is just, let me in. I'm like, give me some time.
I'm with you, man. Like, trust me, it creeps me out. Like hearing y'all talk like that, talk about it because it's like, I'm a very, y'all probably don't see this, but I'm a very like, particular person. Like I'm very introvert whenever it comes to stuff I'm sensitive about, like being in the restroom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not the place you go in, hey guys, let's all give hugs and you know what I mean? And like play a game in here. No, restroom is like you go in there, you do that and you leave. It's very uncomfortable with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Very. So like, I don't know how it must feel with what you just said. Like, oh, like hurry up because, that would freak me out.
Yeah.
That would
like,
freak me out.
And then like, that's another thing. I like, going like during class because then I can actually have a hall pass and like it tells the other students like, hey, I'm in the restroom, you gotta wait.
Yes, no, I'm with you. So that's one thing that some of the students don't like and stuff like that. But at the same time, like it
gives you more privacy.
Yes, like 100%. Like I mean, we have we have 4 restrooms, 4 main ones in the school. You know, the 2 ups and the 2 downs or whatever. But like still, I mean, it. You know. Like sometimes it's all full, whatever. So I know how sometimes kids are like, oh, but why can't we go in there more than one at a time? There's reasons why.
Yeah.
Like for that privacy, but also like, man, kids do bad stuff when they get together. Especially, I mean, if I walked into the restroom back when I was y'all's age and I seen my best friend in there, we would literally look at each other and just probably have the worst ideas in the world. Like, you know what I mean? Like to get in trouble.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get it. But like, when we've seen it too, like y'all have been a really good group. Y'all, like, I know what you're saying, like it stinks and stuff like that, but I'm talking about y'all have been a really good group to not like damage stuff, to go in there and just act a fool and stuff like that. So, man, I'm with you because our building is very old, like very, very old. And like the restrooms aren't the like newest on the stuff in there. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. My dad, he was even talking about that. He was like, man, for an old building like the junior high, it's like, it looks very new.
Yeah. No, it's like I would have to say they take very good care of it because forever it was the high school. You know what I mean? That was my high school. I told y'all that, right?
No.
So the school y'all go to school in, that was my high school. So I graduated from Hillsboro in the year 2000. So 23 years ago. So 23 years ago, I graduated. I went my first semester of my senior year at that building. I was the first class to ever graduate at the new high school. So we were the very first one. So we went half a year at what's now the junior high, and we went half a year at the high school. So it was different, but I can barely remember my time when I was in high school. You know what I mean? Like, and it was in that building, and I'm in there every single day. I can barely remember my time, but I I would say that even back then, they did a good job taking care of that building, like always have. Like, plus, I think it was built really good. Like, I bet it probably withstand any kind of like
natural disaster.
Any kind of whatever, you know. So yeah, no, it's a good building. It's a good building. It is old, but at the same time, like, that's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, some stuff a long time ago, they took their time and built the right way. So built it like heavy instead of like thin and cheap and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's the best thing to do too. Like, to build a school pretty good, because like, just in case of a natural disaster, like a hurricane, tornado, you know, anything like that, it puts the kids in less of a risk, and the teachers too. So
I'm with you. So like, hey, I'm glad you said tornado, because me and the rest of the teachers were having a staff meeting 2 days ago. On Wednesday, we had a staff meeting after school, and we went to Miss Volchik's room, and that's where we do it. And Mr. Harvell was saying, I think it was during that meeting, he was talking about last year we had a tornado drill. Or not tornado drill, we had an actual tornado warning or watch or whatever, right? Do you remember at the intermediate, like y'all having to like go in the hallways and do that kind of stuff? Because it was
I was talking to my parents about that not too long ago, actually.
So like, how was that, man? Like, because y'all, had you done a drill or experienced anything like that in school before then?
No, it was actually pretty crazy because, you know Aaron Coburn, right?
Yeah, I know Coburn. Yeah, absolutely.
He's my friend.
Yeah.
And, okay, so I think it was called like I don't know what it was called, but like there was just like this big space in the intermediate, and me and Aaron, we were like laying, and like we looked up, and there's like a big chandelier above us, and me and Aaron were teasing each other. We like, if anything, that's gonna kill us, and not the tornado.
Yeah, I mean,
like that could fall on us.
Yeah, like definitely. So did y'all move?
No, we didn't move. They wouldn't let us move. We had to stay there.
That's okay. So no, I'm with you, man. That's like, where was that at? Like, and it's in the intermediate. Like, so I don't know much about that school. So whenever I walk in the front door, right, whenever I pass the front office and stuff, where are you talking about from there?
Okay, so like once you walk in, there's like you can see like the cafeteria, like
cafeteria on the right.
Yeah. Yep. And then like you walk through these doors, and then like you see the stairs, right? Like that big space under the stairs, that big place.
Oh, okay.
And if you ever looked up there, like be like a big chandelier.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. You know what I mean? I'm not laughing.
Yeah.
That's like, no, it's not. I mean, it's definitely not funny, but like, it's just like, man, like, because we do these things and we have these drills in place and stuff like that, and they're like, get in the middle of the building, because I'm sure that's what, like, so that's the one thing that I don't talk a lot about, because I don't feel like, I feel bad when I seem like I'm talking a lot about myself. But one of the things I did for Walmart, other than probably some stuff I told you, I was over safety, right? And so all the training and all the drills and stuff that we do at the school, I was the one that had to do that for Walmart, right? With customers in the building, we had to do drills and training and stuff and tornadoes. So I know where you're supposed to go inside of a building. So the reason why, that's the centermost part of the building that has walls, that has like multiple walls before you get to the exterior of the building. So that way it's just supposed to be better reinforced and stuff like that. So I know why, but then I laugh because like that's the best spot. But then yes, until you're the kid like Coburn and you that's laying on the ground and look up and say, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? Because I'm sure that wouldn't take, I don't know, I'd have to see it, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't sound like a good situation.
Yeah. And my dad was even telling me like, well, even if y'all were under that chandelier, like the school was like pretty sturdy. So like, it had less of a chance.
No, I mean, and I see that. And that's exactly what I would say. I mean, who knows? Who knows how that was secured to the building? I mean, it could be like with this, steel cable or something like that that's like super reinforced. So no, I get that. But yes, like the centermost part of a building is the best place. As long as you're not right near exterior walls, like the walls that lead right outside the building, you have like classrooms and walls in between you, especially like the big ones. So our building is like built solid, like solid. Like I would feel the most comfortable in the junior high, probably more than any other building in Hillsboro. Like it's just that stout and it's been here forever. So like, I always feel like when that happened or whatever, like, and I know that there were some kids that were upset, like there were last year in the hallways, and it was like not fun. Like I try to do my best by like taking care of myself, but I move student to student, because just imagine like like if it was like some of your classmates, like they were emotional, which I get because we didn't know how serious that was or what was going to happen. So like, I'm just like trying to take care of myself and stay on the ground or whatever. But then I'm not, man, I got to go to that class. I got to go to that student and make sure they're okay, because like there's a good chance that nothing's going to happen. But at the same time, that's trauma right there he's facing or she's facing, you know, like there's like freak shock, you know what I mean? Like, and I want to help that. I want to help that so that doesn't stay with them forever.
Yeah, that was one of the like main things that really like got to me. I didn't cry, but like I would hear kids crying and like I'd be like, man, like the fact that they even got to like feel that and like go through that trauma, like you said, is like very sad.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it is. Like, I mean, and nothing to take away from like the people that actually go through it. Like, I mean, obviously that's horrible. Like if, you know, something did happen, but yeah, dude, that's the thing. I believe in safety, 100% believe in safety. And there's reasons why we should be careful and do the things that we should, but also like, we got to have a heart too. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you can't like, again, I just go back to like, I had a choice. And I'm not going to name the student that was getting emotional, but I had a choice. That student was like 25 feet away from me. They were like this way. I was on this side of the hallway. They were about 25 feet this way. And then on the other side of the hallway. Right. And I was the closest teacher that I saw it first probably. And I wanted to make sure that I was the one that helped out. So, like we're all supposed to stay seating, got blocked the hallways, but like I made a choice. I just went over there and I tried to get my body out of the way and get down and talk to that student, because it's like, man, like again, like that could scar somebody for life, where every situation like that, that's their response. Instead, I wanted to be over there and just say, hey, let's focus on me and let's talk about something that you like to do for a hobby. You know what I mean? And get that to try to calm down a little bit. So then that way, next time a situation happens, their immediate thing isn't to do the same thing again, you know? So I can't imagine how it is for y'all, but like, it's definitely hard for teachers as well. I mean, I'll admit to that because, you know, again, they might say, set the example and, you know, sit against the wall or whatever, but also I'm supposed to set the example and care about these kids. So
yeah, that's a very, very sad thing. Like the kids have to go through that.
That's I don't know. That's just crazy. Anyways, so like seems like we're talking about dark stuff. It's like, oh man, and then this happens. And then
I was gonna tell you like, so like, how do we change the subject?
Yeah, you just gotta be like, do exactly what I said. All right, and we're done with that. So all right. So like, all right. There's a whole bunch that like I would love to ask you, but I want to like, what were you thinking earlier? You were in the classroom, and then I think you and Ashton, and you were wanting to say something. So what were you thinking?
Look, you see it? Like, how did you even notice it?
I did, but I didn't want to say nothing. Like, not that, like, I just didn't want to say anything because like we're still talking. We're doing that. I did. So that is cool.
That's the thing I wanted to tell you about. My dad, he had it like custom made.
Yes, that is cool, dude.
And no, this is not real diamonds. It's real silver.
No, I get it, dude. That's cool. Like, man, I used to wear necklaces. Like, I never got my name or anything like that, but like I used to wear like the hip hop group or the rap artist that like Tupac or something.
Yeah,
I would get a medallion or whatever that was like similar to theirs or something like that. So I used to do stuff like that. But dude, I like that. That is cool. I'm all about. To me, like, yeah, it sounds like corny, like bling or whatever, but like I'm all about that. That's like me. To me, that's a representation of me. That's why I get hats with a whole bunch of junk underneath them. And that's why I have tattoos. You know what I mean? Like, because that's just me. I like it. And here's the other thing. I'm not going to like make it super public, but who cares? The day after we get out of school this year, I'm going to go get my ears pierced. Okay. I've been wanting to do it like forever. And it's just like, I want to do it. You know what I mean? It's like, why? Why have I been wanting to do it and just not do it?
Like, can teachers do that?
We can take them out before next school year. You know what I mean? Unless Hillsborough decides to change their dress code policy, which is very conservative versus like every other school around. So it's just where we're not supposed to, I wear long sleeves to school and stuff like that. And I think I've talked a little bit obviously about it with y'all, but like during fifth period, we talked a little bit about stuff, right? Remember what I was talking about? So it's just, that's where I wear the word long sleeves, is because it's, there's a dress code policy that's against it right now. Maybe they'll change their minds. We'll see. I don't know. But anyways, so okay. So like, what were you and Ashton talking about? Oh, you did that, the necklace. See, that's my thing. I forget what I'm talking about. And then as soon as I seen it, I was like, okay, cool. So I'm going to get a little bit closer. Hold on. I am going to use my flashlight because I want to be able to see it. Dude, I like it. The only thing that I would say, I love it. First of all, I love it. Just be careful, man. You know what I mean? These little bend points right here, like where it's connected. And like when you take your hoodie off and stuff, be careful because it takes your hoodie off and it could like pull it and bend.
My mom had to put it on me before like we even came here. And like me and my mom were like talking about it. Like I was like, I even told my mom what I was going to wear. I was like, okay, I'm going to wear this. And then I'm going to wear my black pants and wear my Air Forces.
Yeah.
And then my mom was like, man, you should wear your necklace. And I'm like, maybe I should.
Man, and here's my, I got home and then like, I wanted so much for this to be on time. Like I told you, like sometimes stuff comes up. We went to Hill College and I recorded with Max and I recorded with 2 high school students that I used to teach. I did that earlier in the week. And we told them, we're going to start at 6:00, right? And then they're there. We didn't start till like 6:15 because something happened. I can't even remember what it was. Like I didn't have the right cable for a microphone or something like that, right? But we got out here, dude. We set up and like, I think I messaged your mom like 5:10 or 5:15. I said, we're good to go. You know what I mean? Because it was just nice. So I told my wife, Melinda, I was like, we might start using this more often. So I want to say thank you very much for having the idea because this is not my idea. You know, it's not my idea. Like I went to you and I said, hey, I'm looking for a place, but we might record an episode at my house. You got back with me and you said, hey, me and my mom were talking. And what'd you say?
At the park. Yeah,
at the park. So like what led you to that? What led you to want to come out here to record?
Well, it was really my mom. Cause like me and my mom, we were like thinking like very hard, like, man, where should we go? And like, and then my mom was like, or y'all could just do it like under the gazebo at the park.
Yeah. And that was a great idea. And so like, trust me, it feels weird because like over the summer, like I had a couple students that came over to the house and stuff like that to record. But I've known them forever. But just think about that. Like the way it sounds like, I went to my teacher's house to record a podcast. You know what I mean?
That's like, so it would sound weird to someone.
Yes. And like, so that's the out of context. Like someone just hears that, like a parent that doesn't know me or the situation. And they're like, there's a teacher that has inviting kids to the house, not knowing that their parents were there, right? Your mom is walking around, right? With your brother.
Yeah.
Like she's here. My wife is here with my son. So plus, the other thing is, I'm your teacher. Like, really? Like, if there's an issue, we'd had it before now. You know what I mean? Hopefully. Yeah. So, but no, I think this is really cool, man. I appreciate the idea. I'm definitely not going to take credit for it. I think it's awesome. I recorded, we talked about, and I think you saw I recorded National Night Out here. Yeah. And I was talking to students coming by and stuff like that. I talked to Talia, Tylia. I mess it up all the time. But this is like the first time I've actually set up to actually do an episode. So it's really cool, man. I think I don't know. I think it's a good spot. It's quiet too. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's kind of scary because like over there, I don't know.
The woods. Yeah. Just imagine you hear like the trees rustling and then here comes a psycho.
Yeah.
I'm going to scare you the rest of the time. Oh my gosh. So,
bro, your laugh gets me every time.
Which one?
Like the witch laugh. The laugh you're doing right now.
Dude, I told you I'm having the giggles. I didn't think I was because we started off very serious. Yeah. We're talking about tornadoes and scared and stuff, and now we're talking about psycho kid. No, it's cool.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Just find you.
I knew you were gonna do that, man.
So yeah, no, this is really cool, man. I can't stop laughing.
Take your time, bro. Take your time.
No, you're good. So hey, sorry. So like, in leaving my class out of it, I always like to say that, and really, I always like to say that, but I don't think I've asked a student this on a podcast episode. But leave my class completely out of it. What's your favorite class?
Man, I don't want to say something and then like a teacher watches this and like, why did they choose my class?
Oh,
but like,
come on now.
But like a teacher can't really do that because like, I'd probably have to say Miss Hamilton's because like that's like probably the best class I'm at. I'm good at reading. I'm not the best at math, but like I'm not struggling like how some kids are. But like I'm pretty good at math, but I'm better at reading. I would say my second favorite is like social studies, and then my third favorite would be like science because social studies tests like I seem to pass like all the time. Science, not too long ago, I think it was like yesterday, I made it like an 88 on my what's it called? My science test review or like my test, and I was like pretty proud of myself. But like every time I like do social studies tests, I end up making like a 90 or like 100 or like something even higher.
Yeah.
So yeah, but Miss Hamilton's has to be like my top of the top class because like
I'm with you.
I'm like I'm good at it.
I'm with you. So like before I talk a little bit about that. So like what, like, trust me, you're not hurting her feelings or you're probably just going to make her blush. What makes her class awesome? What makes her class where you say that that's it?
Well, I mean, besides me being good at the like the subject, it's probably like her energy. It's like very nice. Like she says, she's like very petty, but like I don't see that. She's like very like she's like the average like cool mom. She's the cool mom. I already know she's like that one mom that like everyone's like, that's a cool mom right there. So like yeah, not too long ago I actually like I think it was like somewhere in October. I think I brought her like a gift because like I know she has like cancer, but and I'm not like trying to say that to be rude, but like me and my mom and like Arian, we were talking about it. Like, is that a cat?
We're gonna have a guest on the podcast episode.
Yeah,
it looks like somewhere over there.
Yeah, but yeah, me, Arian, and my mom were talking about it, and we were like, we should like make a gift for her because like that'd be the best thing to do because like. My mom was telling me like October is the month of like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, pink, like where the
pink
breast
out.
cancer and all that. Yeah, breast cancer awareness.
So my mom was like, yeah, we should make like some gifts. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, we signed these cards. I feel like you're not in this fight alone. And like, I love how she says like, make good life choices because I take that into consideration. Like, now I'm here. Like, I'm making a podcast with you. Like, it's pretty cool. So
I'm with you. No, so like, I mean, I've done an episode with Miss Hamilton before.
I haven't watched it.
So it's fine. You don't have to watch it. So first of all, the audio is really bad. That was before I learned how to do stuff. I learned. Melinda learned how to do it, and then she just kind of showed it to me.
She like the pro?
She's good. She's the brains in like. So my daughter Madison is super intelligent, right? Like Melinda is a lot more intelligent than I am. Like she is. Like I'm not saying that I'm dumb by any means, but she's a lot smarter and she has more patience and stuff. Yeah. So she just gets it. You know what I mean? Whereas like me, I don't get it as easy. So anyways, yes, she takes care of all that. But like whenever I want to say, but I feel weird saying it because I feel like I need to ask for permission first. But like Miss Hamilton's like my best friend, right? Yeah. So like. When I say best friend, I'm not going to take away from my wife. My wife is like, I don't know. Like if anybody can truly say soulmate, like that's how I feel about her. That's how I feel about her because like she is my like 100% my everything. Like 100%. She's my rock. She's the one that's made me a better person, a better man, better husband, everything, better father, all of that. So like my wife is my best friend, right? My wife 100% is my best friend. When I say my best friend, I'm talking about like outside of that bond that I already have with my wife, right?
Yeah.
So that's who Miss Hamilton is to me. So she's helped me through so much. And I get to listen about stories about her, like from students like you. And it's like, man, it just makes me like love her even more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, here's the thing. You brought her up. She brought you up and talked about you for probably 15 or 20 minutes today during lunch, about you and your brother, mostly you, and was just telling me amazing things about you. Like just about like how, like you can tell like you're really like a happy like very caring and very like caring about yourself. You know what I mean? Like very, like she said, like, man, I'm trying to think is how she said it, man, but it was like a level of passion.
Mhm.
Like you can just tell, like you have something like in you that you can't see in everybody. You know what I mean? So I thought it was really cool. So what is it that you love to do? You know what I mean?
Like in class or just like
No,
in general?
I'm talking about in general. Like, I mean, the stuff you got to do, I get it. And you could say what your favorite thing is to do out of those things. But what is your favorite thing to do just in general? Like life?
Well, this, of course, I like being on my phone a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like talking with my dad because, like, I'm not gonna like say that I don't like talking to my mom. It's just that like I talk to my mom a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and like I go to her for like most of the things. But like when it comes to my dad, like we have like a 20-minute talk, and I'm like, yeah,
I'm with you. And here's the thing: like, I'm not gonna say that. Like, it's very common. It is very common. Like it's what we decide to do, and like how what we got going on in our lives and stuff like that. Like I catch myself a lot of times like just saying like I just had my son Micah, not the son, but I have an older son Micah that's graduating from Whitney.
Mhm.
Like I would have him that weekend, and then he's leaving, and I sit there and ask myself how much time did like I really spend with him this weekend, because he goes back to his mom's and I only get him every other weekend. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I really ask myself how much time did we really spend together? And then I say, okay, well maybe he was spending time with his girlfriend, or maybe he was doing this. But then I started thinking, other than that, could I have done something to spend a little bit more time with him or talk with him and stuff? So I catch myself doing that a lot. But I mean, it's just putting the effort in. Just keep putting the effort in, and like figuring out what's best. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Talk. That's it. Talk it out.
I'm trying to. I want to switch your subject. I want to change the subject. I want to go to fast food. I'm hungry. I'm kind of hungry right now.
Okay.
So, what's your like most crazy fast food experience?
Crazy fast food experience, dude. That's actually pretty good, man. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think on that one. Oh, you're good, man. I'm gonna have to think on that one. So, like, craziest. Man, dude, I don't know, man. Like I think I see stuff.
I can say mine first, and then
yes, please do. That might help jog. Please go ahead.
All right, so it was today. As soon as we got out of school, like one of the first questions I asked my mom is like, "What dad make?" Because like my dad's the one that cooks.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
And she's like, "Yeah, he didn't make anything. We're gonna have to go get something." We decided to go to Golden Chicken.
Yeah.
And there's this car in front of us. He didn't. I don't know if it's a he or she.
Uh-huh.
They didn't seem like they ordered a lot.
Uh-huh.
So we were like, okay, they didn't order a lot. We can get our food.
Yeah.
And then we're just waiting in line. And it takes them about like 15, 20 minutes to like get their food. And then like once they're actually done with their food,
mm-hmm.
all they got was like a little box of chicken. And like we were like all like mad and everything. We were like, why do we have to wait here like for a box of chicken?
Yeah, it makes you wish they had like 2 drive-through type things, or someone could bring it out to you. Like Sonic, I know, does that every once in a while. McDonald's does the thing where you pull around or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And of course there's like Arian, and like I'm not saying Arian's wrong for doing this, but like Arian's that type of guy to like try fixing things quick. So he's like, well, maybe they were just making our food and like try to calm us down or something.
There you go.
Yeah.
Man, he's trying to see the positive in everything. He's trying to see what the good possibility possibly was. So that's cool, man.
You're not cold?
I'll join you and put my sleeves down again. I mean, I'm a little bit cold with that.
What was that?
A leaf.
Oh.
All right. So, I mean, what else? Like, it seems like that there's a lot of stuff always going on at school, and we could talk about school all day long, and that's great. But like, I mean, like what else? I mean, like you say you play on your phone and stuff like that. What on your phone? Is it just like social media? Is it games? What is it that you do that like you're addicted to like on that phone? Because like I get it. I'm addicted to mine too. 100% addicted to it.
I like playing, hold on. I need to actually get on the game. Because I hate these ads, but
no, I get it.
I'll explain the game to you.
Yeah.
That's not the game; it's an ad.
I get it.
But it's called Geometry Dash, and it's like you have this little cube, right, and you have to bounce it, and it's like obstacles, and if you die, you have to restart like the whole thing until you like actually make it. So
Mhm.
hold on, let me see.
Oh, you're good.
Of course, it's gonna install. Okay.
Geometry Dash.
Yeah. Look, this is the game.
Uh-huh.
So I can press restart, and then I can just like try.
Okay, I've seen the
Jumping,
kids. I've seen the
and
kids
then-
play that.
Yeah.
Case and Suggs was playing it today. Oh my gosh, I feel like so bad. So I have Kaysen in my 2nd and 7th period, right? And I'm sitting in the back of the room because that class has 23 kids in it, right? I have 24 seats. So I'm sitting in the very back, and I have Justin Gibson, which is awesome. Like, he's doing amazing in my class. I have him on my right, and then
Pretty cool.
Kaysen is right here. Kaysen, I could touch him, right? So I'm over here doing my thing real quiet. He's done with all his work. So he's playing that game, right? He's playing it on the Chromebook. And because that's what, as soon as I seen how the box flipped or whatever, he's
Mhm.
playing that game. And then so like I wait, and you could tell he's focused. He just came out of some kind of a world, and now he's back in this thing. And
Yeah.
he's doing this, and he's jumping on these blocks. And as soon as he hits the block, I go, Jason. He fell off the thing, and the game ended or whatever, and he was so mad, and I was like, oh my gosh. He was so into it. I feel bad, but then at the same time, I love him to death. And it
Yeah.
was just so funny. It is so cool, but like, all right, so you know what's cool to me is that you say it's called Geometry Dash, right?
hmm
So I'm guessing that it has math related because it's the geometry and it's got the cube and all that kind of stuff, right?
Well,
It's a theme at least, right?
I feel like they call it Geometry Dash because you like really got to like focus
Okay.
on like what you're doing, and like there's those games that have like, for instance, there's this like very like popular. It was very popular. It was called Cool Math Games.
Yeah, no, cool math. Yeah,
And it was not like math related.
No,
at
it wasn't at all. I know
all.
that. I know that. Like, trust me, I had students that would like try to change on their hotspot and all this kind of stuff so they could do cool math and be like, look, it's a math game. I'm like, no, it's not. So no. So like the oh man. I was gonna say about that game.
Geometry Dash.
Yeah, Geometry Dash. So anyway, I know what I was gonna say. So, man, I'll be honest with you. There is people that will sit there and say, "Oh, you don't let your kids. You shouldn't let them play games in class. They should be working on stuff and stuff like that." I get it. Okay, you know how I teach. You know exactly how I teach.
Yeah.
I teach. You show me you understand it by completing our assignment. I create the assignment to the extent that it's going to be enough problems to make sure you master it and give you a few more. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So then there's free time if you earn it. There's free time if you earn it. I see that game that you're talking about is not an issue with like playing a game. Oh, they're going to hurry up and get done with their work. Man, it's also what you say that it requires. Focus, right?
Yeah.
So if there's a game out there that gets you used to building a focus at doing something, that makes sense. Because guess what? That's what we want them to be able to do in life is focus when they have to.
Yeah.
So that's what I think is cool about those kind of games. So I know that there's a lot more fun to it than probably you think that has anything to do with like learning, but
yeah.
But there is, it's the focus. It's the ability to stay on task with something. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you like go on YouTube, you can see like a bunch of famous content creators like actually playing the game. And like there's this content creator, like I love him, Javelin.
Mhm.
Man, he's like he's not addicted to him, but like if he posts, he's gonna watch it before we do.
Yeah.
And his name is Corey X Kinchin.
Uh-huh.
And it's like one of his very old videos. I think he broke his hand playing the game.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, but like we didn't like see how he broke his hand, but like this next video, he just like had like a cast on his hand.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if he broke his hand playing the game, but I know he broke his hand like
oh wow.
to something, and he still played the game and beat a couple of levels, and I found that pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Like I am afraid to start playing games like that because I was addicted to video games forever. And here's the thing: when I say addicted, it feels like a bad word. I mean, I love playing them, but I still got out of my room and I still took care of my stuff that I needed to and stuff like that. Right?
Mhm.
It's not that it was like altering my life. That was just my thing. What?
No, I'm just like looking up.
It's like making sure there's no bad
monsters?
guys out there.
No monster.
No monsters.
What is that? Something?
Is it moving?
No.
No, but
It looks like it's glowing, like its eyes are glowing. Is that the Jason sound?
Yeah, I think so.
I was about to say, is that Freddy Krueger?
I don't know, dude. Like, I love those movies, but I think it's the Jason.
Yeah.
I think it's Jason. Yeah, it's like when he's coming out of the woods. It's like,
yeah, because then like they have like different themes for like horror movies. Like Michael Myers is like the piano, like dun, 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 dun. And then Jason and like then like Freddy Krueger's like 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you or something.
Yes.
And then like I don't know all the other ones.
No, there's a lot of them though. Like, yeah, the more I start to think about it, like I know they're out there, and I just can't pinpoint what they are. Because I'm trying to think who's like the really bad ones or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, so that was something I had a question for you on. So like y'all like talking about the talent show that y'all did at the end of last year, right? And I'm not gonna get you to rap or nothing like that, but I do have a question. Like what was it? Ashton made it seem like it was 100% your idea, or he said it was Tayton's thing. It was his whatever idea. You did it or whatever, and then they helped out. Is that kind of how it worked?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want me to like tell you the whole story?
Yes, 100%.
All right, let me get cozy. All right. So it all started when we were in my first period. It was Miss Campbell's class, and we were all like teasing each other. We were like, "Yeah, we should be in the talent show, guys." And we were actually starting to consider it, like, because we were like, okay, the talent show's coming up, so we might as well be in it. So we were like thinking of like fast food and everything, and like we were thinking of like how to like, I guess like sing like fast food and sing at the same time. Yeah. So like we were thinking like Cane's, like I don't know, like Whataburger, McDonald's, and then we all like thought Burger King. So I think it was like gonna be like a weekend, and I knew that Ashton or Braylon, you know who Braylon is?
Yeah, Braylon Green Gogan. Yep.
I knew they weren't gonna write the lyrics, so I was like, well, I might as well do it. So I was thinking, and then I was like, thinking very hard, and then I got this lyrics. I'm in the drive-thru of Burger King, so I was like, okay, I typed that down, and then I was like, can I get? Wait, hold on. I need to think.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Can I please get a Whopper Jr. with onion rings? And then it just kind of continued after that. So, once we got to school, I showed them the lyrics. I let them put their own parts in. And then we all agreed to like do some parts. Like I did like the first, like the whole entire verse, and then Ashton came next. Braylon would do like the ad libs or something. They started making it seem like they didn't want to do it anymore. So we like kept talking about it and like, well, if y'all don't want to do it, we can always just sing the Whopper song. Like, but they were like determined. They were like, no, we want to do this. And it was at least Ashton. He was like, no, I want to do this like bad. I want to like have the best talent show. So I was even talking to my mom. I think she was like plugging up her Chromebooks, and I was like, well, I mean, Ashton kept saying that he didn't want to do it. So like, if he doesn't want to do it, then we don't have to. I don't want to pressure him. Yeah. Like it was not only that, Braylon didn't have lyrics. Yeah. Like he didn't know his lyrics. Yeah. I mean, he knew his parts, but he just didn't have his lyrics. So like if he did forget. Yeah. So, I was like, well, I mean, he doesn't have his lyrics. Ashton kind of doesn't want to do it. Yeah. And then it was actually the talent show day. And I saw Ashton and Braylon. I was like, guys, y'all still want to do it? And I was like, guys, I don't think we're doing it. And then I saw Ashton and Braylon like geared up, like they had like the Burger King crowns on and everything. And I was like, what the heck? And they're like over here, like, change it to these clothes now. Like, change it to these clothes right now. And I was like, what the heck? Like, I'm not going to change it to these.
They just brought you some clothes?
Yeah, like they brought me like a shirt, like some socks, and they're like, put these on now. Like, put these on now. And I was like, what the heck? I'm not about to get out of my uniform just to put this on. Yeah. So I brought my own like crown, or they gave me one. It was like a Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse crown, and it had like Miles Morales on it. Yeah. And I put it on, and I didn't think we were still doing it because they made it seem like we were just like dressing up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And once I heard it, We have Tayden, Ashton, and Braylon, and Aaron Coburn. He was going to be part of it. That's what I forgot to put.
Yeah.
He was going to be part of it, but I guess he's stage fright.
No, I get it.
He didn't want to do it. So it was just me, Ashton, and Braylon. And what really triggers me is that she said dancing. And I was like, we're not dancing. We're about to sing.
Yes. No. I remember you saying that. I remember Ashton or you saying that. I can't remember. One of y'all did.
Yeah, like, we weren't dancing, we were singing.
Yes.
So I didn't care.
Yeah.
And we walked up on stage, of course, and then like I sung the song, and yeah, that was pretty much it. It was like very like nerve-wracking getting up there.
I get it. But you know what? Just doing that, like, and just having the courage, I guess is what I'd say. Just having the courage to just say, I'm going to do it. Because like you said, like there was people that didn't want to do it at all. Yeah. And they want to say, oh, because it's silly or goofy or whatever. But like, if they were honest with themselves, they'd probably say, oh, it's because I can't get up in front of people like that. Like, I just can't do that. You know, it's too much for me. So, but I have a question because like, so I think it was like talking to you a little bit, but also with your mom, like kind of mentioned before about wanting to like do your own podcast. Is that something that you're wanting to do or something you're interested in?
Like my own podcast, like making my own channel. I mean, I didn't have it in mind. I mean, my mom and dad started like telling me I should do it. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say no, but I don't also want to say yes. Cause like, if I don't want to do it, I've even told my parents this, like, if I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. No, I get it.
So, I mean, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no because like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I know you and your wife, y'all are like the professionals. Like, y'all know how to like go to certain places. And like I was saying on the phone, like, I have things to do like once I get out of school. So like, I can't really like go places like to the park or like to like urban air afterwards. Like over Thanksgiving too. Like the only place I'm going to really be going is like my grandma's. So we're not doing anything else. We're just going to my grandma's, that's it.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to say no because I don't know. I just don't know how you do it. Yeah, it's a lot because like all these like cameras, like the ring and like all that, like that, looking at that makes my brain fart.
I'm with you. So like, I get it. It's one of those things like a ton of practice, but also resources. You know what I mean? So here's the thing. We didn't start with all of this. We added the lights. We got all this really cheap. We're very frugal. I mean, we're teachers. We talk about that all the time is we don't make a bunch of money. So we find stuff on sale. You know what I mean? And we wind up reusing phones. Yes, it costs money, but here's the thing. It can also be recorded with that and one microphone. And that's basically, you need a computer just so the microphone can record the audio. You know what I mean? But like, you don't need to have multiple camera angles. You just have one.
Does it have to be like a certain type or like certain type of computer?
No, like, just one that records audio, like a Chromebook, like the Chromebook. Seriously, as long as you got an audio recording app, the only thing is that this type of microphone, these are called the Blue Yeti, they need software to be able to record and do the great things that they do. Because right now, us talking into this, it's going through that software and it's changing our voices a little bit before it gets recorded. It's like, it's making it a little bit better since we're outside and stuff like that. So it's, all I'm saying is you can get a microphone like this, similar to this, for about $20 or $30. I'll be honest with you, I'll give you one. If you just want to have it and try it, and if you don't use it, just let me have it back, right? Just that way I can use it as something else. But I promise you, I will give you one. My wife's right there. Babe, will you remind me, you know, the Bumblebee microphone that I used at work? Just remind me and I'll bring it after the break and I'm going to give it to him. Oh, what time are we at? About 50? Okay. So, hey, we're about 50 minutes in. So, like, that's usually about as much as I try to do. But this is not cutting you off short. Like, is there something else that you wanted to talk about or a question you might have?
I mean, there's lots of questions I want to ask, but like you said, like 50. So
you're fine. And that's the thing. That's the fun. And here's the other great thing, man. Like, when I say any other question that you want to make sure and you get an answer so it gets like more out there, but like we'll still have time now that we've made this connection that we can talk more like in class when we have spare time and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So like if there's more talk about this podcasting and recording, man, I'll help you out with that, dude. That's not that's not stuff that I even have to do at school. Like I've got a phone, your mom's got a phone, you got a phone, we can communicate. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't just stop being me at the school. I come home, yes, I want to spend time with my family, but also I'm still me. I still care about you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we can figure something out if you have more questions about that.
Okay, I have a question. About your TikTok.
Mhm.
Why is Suleika so rude to you?
All right, so Suleika, like y'all know how silly I am and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know how silly Suleika is. Like, do you?
I mean, I don't really talk to her, but I know who she is.
Right.
So
She is super goofy. Like I love her. I'm not making fun of her. Like I'm goofy. That's okay. It's okay to be different. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like she'll sit right next to me because I don't have assigned seats in my PBL class. It's where they do projects and stuff. I don't have so she sits right next to me. There's like a seat in between us, and I'll be doing work. Right? They're supposed to be working on their project. I'll be looking at their recaps. I'll be doing something for that class. Right? And I'm working, and then I'll look up, and then it's what you've seen on the TikToks. Like she'll just say Mr. Ennis, and I'm like, I know it's something that's about to be crazy. So I'll have my phone right there. I'll hit record and be like, "What, Suleika?" And then that's what you see. What you see is what she does to me.
Yeah,
like daily. Like here's the thing: I love her, and I love to pick on people, but picking with love. You know what I mean? It's like to say, "Hey, I'm here." You know what I mean? I got you. You know what I mean? We pick back and forth a little bit, but like that's what it is with me and her. So I say she's being mean to me, but I love it. I love every second of it because she's drawing a picture of me to be silly just so she can be goofy with me.
Yeah.
You know?
Now I'm trying to think of a question. Why can you do this to that horn?
That's
right?
fine. Okay.
Mm-hmm. When did you get that Spider-Man like Venom?
Over the summer, babe. Was it like in July when I got this tattoo? June or July, like this whole entire thing.
Okay.
It was just done in like 3 different days. Like, you know, he did like this. He let that heal for a little bit, then he did more. He let that heal for a little bit, and then he did more. So yeah, it was like 3 or 4 different days.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to ask.
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I mean, so it's new. It's been less than a year. I love it to death. And that's the other thing. Like, I don't believe in just getting a tattoo. Like, you could ask my wife. I've been thinking about this for at least 2 or 3 years. You know what I mean? Thinking about everything that I wanted. Like, just FYI, these triangles right here. The triangles are like an islander's belief that of family. It's their way to show love for family, the triangles.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you think about it, and the way he showed it to me afterwards, it kind of looks like Venom's teeth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, that's really, really cool. You know what I mean? And then I can't really get it all the way up here, but Venom is up here. Venom is in the top.
Yeah. I can tell like by the scheme.
Yeah. And before I leave or whatever, I'll take my hoodie off so you can see the whole thing. So you can see Venom. Cause that's kind of what makes the whole piece too.
Yeah.
But anyways, no, man, so yeah, if we want to maybe do this again sometime, what I want to do is like kind of utilize this whole park space and stuff like that. And maybe do like multiple students and stuff. Like, cause it's easy now that we kind of know what we're doing. So I think that'd be cool.
I was thinking like, and I know you probably won't be able to do this, but like maybe like the whole class, like just like we all plan to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, maybe like, I mean, not in school because I know you said like, I mean, you don't, I mean, it's against the policy or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, just there's certain things we can't do. It's just that's the way it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like, I was wondering if like you could just like find a good place where like every single one of the kids could like just like fit on like one like table. Like maybe you could bring extras and then like have like, you know, like these cameras like a bit spread out.
Yeah.
So like, but like I know like these. How much did these mics cost?
Man, if you were to buy them brand new, I think they're like $130.
Okay.
I get them for about $40 or $50. I get them refurbished.
Okay, so.
But here's the thing. They have different settings on them, and I'm not going to do it right now because it'll mess up the audio, but they have different settings where they'll record from all around the microphone. Because right now, this microphone is set only to record from this direction. So all of this other noise it's not picking up, and yours is doing the same thing. But you can set one right here in the middle, and all of us sit around this table, and that's perfectly fine for that one microphone. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I was like, because I seen like that one. It was like, I don't know who they are, but it was like 2 girls and then 2 boys.
It was Gunner. It was Alani and Lonnie, Gunner, Kyra, and Eli.
Yeah, and Yeah, they like made like some kind of name, like Cage or something.
Yes, Cage. Yep. That's what it was.
So like that's why I bring it up, because I was like thinking that.
Yeah,
And
I think that'd be cool. I think it'd be really cool. So hey, here's what my idea probably would be with that. We get it one of the longer tables, because there's ones a little bit longer. And imagine, I guess maybe 8 people, because then you have 4 with one mic and 4 with the other mic with them. You know what I mean? So it spreads out the audio. I think that'd be kind of cool. But we can try it, man. We'll see.
Yeah.
Like it'll be further down the road. I'll tell you that, just because like I got a lot of ideas and stuff, and we got holidays and all kinds of stuff coming up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but hey, let's talk about it another time. And then I'll get with you if you want to learn a little bit about like recording and stuff. Just try it out with what you have. You know what I mean? And just see if it's something you're wanting to do. You know?
Okay,
So I'll get with you back on that for sure.
All right.
Cool. How you want to end this? Fist bump, or how do we? This is awkward.
I don't know.
How do you say what's up to your friends?
I don't know. What's Goody Gang? I don't
how do you do that?
I don't.
Is this part of it? What's Goody Gang?
I don't know. I just say what's Goody Gang.
Hold on.
Like,
I think this is something, right?
Wait, what is that?
I don't know. Ruth and Giselle, they teach you these dances. All right, it's like.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
Like I don't know.
I'm not the TikTok guy.
I'm not.
Fist bump.
All right, fist bump. Fist bump, knuckles. That's what Hunter calls it. All right, man, we're good.
Ready, set, go bananas.